Hi, this is Emily Islanian with TV Guide Magazine and TVinsider.com, and I'm here with the cast of Lord of the Rings of Power.
My brother gave his life hunting the enemy. His task is now mine.
Now, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this yet or not, but you are actually our cover for TV Guide Magazine's annual fall preview issue. So I just wanted to...
Oh,
Look at
that. The smolder is real.
This is our 70th annual issue. So I just wanted to show you guys how great you look on our cover.
Wow. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I mean, TV Guide is like it's like everywhere, you know? It's the one that you pick up in the grocery store like on checkout. Yeah.
I want to get into these roles a little bit. Now, Morfydd, you've mentioned that you've studied Cate Blanchett's movie roles and the stage productions and all these different incarnations of your elf Galadriel. When you were doing all this research, what was like the most important thing for you in portraying her at this younger point in her life?
I think it was the word younger is a huge part of it, because she's younger, but she's not young. And it was trying to figure out what being more youthful as an elf would be. And I was kind of exploring like naivety and thinking, well, an elf can't really be naive. And then kind of clicked one day after reading lots about how the elves behaved in the first and second age, that naivety, I feel, for an elf would be arrogance, because they've not yet realized the limits of their own understanding. And then also she speaks about how with wisdom, there's a loss of innocence. And those two things made it make sense to me, how you could play someone millennia old who was going to live for thousands more years.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Now, Rob, you also kind of have a similar situation. Fans know who Elrond is, but they don't know this Elrond. What can you say about your portrayal of him?
Well, yeah, I just really dived into the first stage history, and there's a lot of he's kind of like the mutt, really, of the Elven world. There's all lines sort of flow into Elrond from so reading all that stuff, Silmarillion, Fall of Gondolin, Children of Húrin, Beren and Luthien, like they're his family, and so like reading about those stories and was really exciting, and seeing imagining this half elf who's kind of unique in the Elven world, with a mother and father that saved the world and a brother that created a country, is like it's a lot of pressure on his shoulders, and so that was it was fun to just think about beginning there, really.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, and the two of your characters also know each other and are familiar with each other, but not in the way that I think people are expecting to see. So it's going to be really interesting to see that dynamic on screen, I think, for a lot of fans, because they are two very powerful beings in this Lord of the Rings world. Yeah,
and it was fun to sort of work on that, wasn't it? Like, talk about like what their history is, like when they first met each other, and like, I mean, certainly from his perspective, she's a legend. She's done and seen so many things, and he also has a lot of personal respect for her and loves her. So like that was and hasn't seen her for a long time, and so there's probably like hundreds of years when it comes to Elven. So like that first meeting was fun to talk about.
We were fanning out about it as well, because we're obviously big fans of it. So like it was not just as an actor, but as someone who kind of knew these characters in their third age Hugo Weaving and Cate Blanchett form, to be able to explore that was just, I mean, a lot of this has felt like finally the imaginary games you wanted to play as a 12-year-old are coming true.
I love that. Now, Ismael, of course, Arondir is new to the canon. We don't know this guy yet, but we're excited to meet him. We know that he's in this forbidden love story, and he also has kind of a situation with some orcs, which I'm hoping I can say out loud. But what can you tell us about his journey? What is in store for this guy?
Well, Arondir is a Sylvan elf who's been tasked with watching over the people of the Southlands as they have sided with Morgoth centuries before. So we are making sure that this doesn't happen again. But as you can see, he is kind of a lowly elf in a certain way, which is pretty cool to see also like the hierarchy between the elves. It gives them that complexity. It's not just like the high elves and all their goodness. There's also, you know, a political structure and a social structure. So he's just kind of a frontline soldier, but very much a warrior, you know, kind of a steely warrior, I say, led by love, like extremely curious. There's like a kind of a dignity that he, you know, masks quite a lot, and a tenderness that you can see seeping through, especially every time that he's with Bronwyn. And you see a lot of him through what he does and how he does it. When words do come out, they're specific, precise, and there's still a battle with the way that he communicates. He's communicating with humans all the time, and humans and elves don't speak the same. There's a, they say we're eternal, so the ways in which we speak carry a different type of meaning, like an understanding of growth, of death, of centuries, or not an understanding of death, actually. So that mortality, that bridge between, especially in the way that they speak, ends up, you see the struggle.
It's really exciting seeing the original characters, because they are born of Middle Earth,
Right.
Which I think kind of is the main character of all of Tolkien's work. And so and because it's so detailed and so in depth, every original character has the history of the world from which they come from, which is just, really exciting.
Everyone go check out The Lord of the Rings of Power, Thursday, September 1st on Prime Video. And do not forget to pick up this beautiful cover. And go check it out. Thank you guys.
Thank you.